Hello everyone, so the top 5 best way to make Gil in my opinion is the same thing in patch 6.2 as patch 6.1, with only one thing, honorable mention, I like to add, and those are the expert recipes that we got in 6.2. Now, I'm not really sure how long these will stay really good. As of right now, I'm recording this video 3 weeks into 6.2. They're still really selling well, as you can see in my sale history right here. So I would say doing the expert recipes and selling the water otter fountain stuff is the best way to make Gil, is number one best. But I'm just not sure if it lasts throughout the whole patch. Since it's the first time expert recipes are making Gil. When the patch came out, and even right now, it's still pretty good. And even the materials that you need to make them, the glioethers, are still pretty good as well. The 3 glioethers, yeah. And I've already made a video showing how to get these. And I also have a video for the expert recipe as a guide. So be sure to check those out. So yeah, I would say this is still number one best way to make Gil right now, but that might change, like let's say in 1 month when less people need the water otter for their island sanctuary, and then maybe the previous number one will become number one again. So it's pretty much the same thing as the last patch. There is nothing more to add except the expert recipes. So try to learn expert recipes right now. It's really gonna benefit you in the long run. Especially, and hopefully, they will add more stuff in later patches to Island Sanctuary, or whatever else that people want, and they make them expert recipes like the water otter stuff. So I'm really hopeful for that. So I will put the link in the video description for the previous top 5 best way to make Gil. It's still the same, except, as I said, the same change with the expert recipes. So keep doing expert recipes, learn it, keep doing it for as long as it's worth selling them. Let's see how much are they right now. What the water otter stuff are. Let's see. The fisher one usually is the best. Yeah, look at that. It's still almost 1 million, and you need 2 each, and it's still selling like candy. Well, the price going up and down. Got down to 600k each, and now it's back to 938k. So I highly recommend checking my expert recipe guide out, learn to craft them, and this will be number one best way to make Gil if you put the effort in and learn expert recipes. But if this dies down, then the number one from previous top 5 is still number one. Hello everyone, here is in my opinion top 5 best way to make Gil in patch 6.1. I'm only gonna count stuff that everyone have access to. I'm not gonna count in like stuff like gardening and submarines, because not everyone have access to this content. So number 5 best way to make Gil will be the crafter and gatherer gear. Both the base set and the pact maker set, which just came out in 6.1. Now, for the pact maker gear, it might be even better to sell the materials for it instead of the gear itself. Just check the prices and see which one is worth it. Like at 100k, it's alright, I suppose. 100k is alright, at least for my server. But, like for example, this one, 70k, that's not worth it. You better off just sell the materials. Now, the base materials that you need to craft these are the immutable solutions. So, these cost purple scripts. So, this way you can make Gil off of this as well. And number 4 best way to make Gil will be the Grand Company supply and provision missions. Now, these are not only good at level 90. These work for every level, especially the supply one. Provisions are kinda iffy now because you cannot hand in HQ anymore. There is no HQ gatherable anymore. But the crafter ones, yeah, focus on these. I'll leave a link in the video description where you can see every hand-in possible for any class. And just see the market board and see which one is best to do. You can really level up a lot with these at the same time as making tons and tons of gil on your journey from level 1 to 90 crafters. So what you do is make one extra copy. So you make one for yourself to hand in, and then you make one extra copy to sell. And even for the level 90 ones, you can still do these really good. I make a lot of gil selling these. And number 3 best way to make gil is this right here. You just basically have your retainers get you these materials for the commanding Craftsman draught. Link for macro in the video description. This is absolutely the best way to make gil in my opinion, because it's guaranteed gil. You don't have to deal with market board bots undercutting. You just hand in one of these crafts and you get 10k straight away. Not to mention you also get a lot of crystals back. You actually gonna make profit in crystals. Not only you get back what you spent, but you also gonna make profit in crystals. So it's 10k in average per hand in. For 100 allowances, you will be getting 1 million gil in average. And you get 100 allowances each 17 days. So each 17 days, you will be getting 1 million guaranteed. Just by hitting this macro a few times. You can have your retainers over time get you the mats. Or if you don't have a lot of retainers, you can just get them yourself quickly. It's not a lot of materials anyway. And that's it, you just hand them in. What I do is like stand in between the NPCs. I accept the leave practical command and just face the NPC and hand it in. I don't know how you keyboard and mouse players do it, but this is what I do on controller. And I do it really fast too. So yeah, this is in my opinion the best way. And you can make alt characters if you have time on your hands. Like imagine having like 4 characters doing this. That's 4 million every 17 days. Guaranteed. For not so much work. It's single hand in leave. In my opinion, this is even better than the files that we had in Shadowbringers. Remember the allowance project? This is the allowance 2.0 basically. So yeah, I'm gonna be building my alts to do this, and yeah, I might just start a new project. I've been busy with other things like making content. I'm working on retainer guide and squadron guide at the moment, and then after that I'm gonna be starting my beginner's guide. But after that I think I'm gonna work on my alts to get them to this point in old Charlene so they can do this leaf, and I'll just have my main crafties and just give them to my alt. See, this is really insanely great way to make gil. And the thing with this one is it's gonna be relevant the whole expansion until we get next expansion where I'm gonna find a new leaf and do this. Also make sure you pop spirit bond potions and spirit bond buff, just like we've been doing before. You can get squadron spirit bonding manual, pop that, and you also pop superior spirit bond potion. This will make sure that you spirit bond your gear faster, and at the same time as you are making gil from the leaf quests, it will also farm materia for 6.1. And you can sell all the materia for amazing gil as well in 6.1. All the leaf quests I did back in Shadowbringers, all the materia I got from the spirit bonding process, I made many millions of gil selling them in Endwalker. So even after they nerfed the files, like I was still making gil from them. And speaking of which, I've been forgetting to extract materia. And some people don't know this, there is a materia extraction button. You can find it under general materia extraction. You can just put it in your hotbar. This way you don't accidentally retrieve materia instead of extracting. So make use of that. So yeah, just pop the spirit bomb potions while you are crafting the commanding craftsman draughts for the leaf. You will also gain spirit bomb basically. It's really nice. If you have alts in Shadowbringers, haven't reached the point to do the commanding drought, you can do the tincture of vitality. This one is really easy. You can get the sands from white gatherer scripts really cheaply from the script exchange. Gatherer material level 80, and they only cost 10 white scripts each. And the other materials are botanist, miner, and battle retainer. So this one is really easy too. Plus you can just do trained eye and then just do groundworks. I'm using the level 80 white script set. And this is almost as good in terms of how much gil you're making from it. The leaf quest is called Labor of Love. Almost 10k gil. This one averages out in 950,000 gil per 100 allowances. So it's even almost as good, to be fair. Well, let's just say it averages out 900k minimum. I have done over 15 batches of 100 allowances and I've never gotten under 920k. So just as a reference there. And number 2 best way to make gil will be selling materials related to building submarines and airships. I'm gonna go through a few of them, all the best ones that you should focus on. Mithrite ore is a very good one. It makes into the mithrite ingots. The ingot itself as well is good, as you can see. Sells like candy every day, every single day. Platinum ore is okay. It's not huge, but it's okay. You can make it into nuggets and sell the nuggets. Those are really good. Scheelite, if you have Grand Company seals to spend, buy Scheelite with your Grand Company seals and sell them. You look how much it sells. It's really good because you need this for wolfram ingots. Raw amber, very good one. This you need this for varnish, and varnish is needed for a lot of projects related to the free company workshop. Now, because of the housing fix, even more FCs will be getting houses, and these materials will stay relevant for the foreseeable future, so I highly recommend focusing on these a lot. Titanium, dark steel ingots. You need coke for this though. Just compare the price of this and the coke itself, see which one is best to sell. Aurum Regis, hard silver ingots, all of these. Cobalt, especially cobalt. These are extremely good. You need so much cobalt to build submarines. It's absolutely insane the amount it requires. So cobalt ingot will stay relevant for a long time. Cobalt rivets as well as joint plate. Cassia lumber. Now this needs hardened sap to craft. So compare the price with hardened sap itself, see which one is better to sell. There are a lot more. These are just the ones on top of my head. You just check the prices. Hardened sap was 1k the other day. It has gone back down a little. Look, the sale history. It's been selling for over 1k in stacks of 99 like candy. People are just stupid in undercutting them. They could have sold it for 1k instead of undercutting it back to 571. So hardened sap and coke are both really, really good. Yeah, they have undercutted coke as well. It was a lot more earlier. But yeah, that's the ones you should be focusing on. These are just the ones I have on top of my head. There is a lot of materials related to other FC workshop projects, like the housing walls, the forge wall, the cafe wall. Just look up what material they need in Team FF14, Team Craft, and focus on selling those, trust me. This is like really good way to make gil at the moment, and it will stay relevant for a long time, while the housing lottery cycles will go on. And the number one absolute best way to make gil for the long run in Endwalker will be selling Materia. Now, right now Materia have gone down in price. What you do is farm the Materia but don't sell it yet. In 6.2 we're getting new Savage tier, that means new battle gear, craftable battle gear. And the red battle materials will go through the roof again. So right now they're 7k. But I predict they will be at least 20k each in 6.2. As well as grade 9 right now is 2k for Savage aim. But in 6.2 will be 10k or so. It's my prediction. Because everyone and their mom will need to melt for the new Savage, and these will really go up. So what you do is farm these. Do hunt trains, do roulettes, whatever you think is the easiest for you to farm these. I usually do my roulettes with Adventurer in Need. When you are Adventurer in Need, you will get for leveling roulette. For leveling roulette, when you are Adventurer in Need, you get these cracked Antho cluster and Dendro cluster. The Dendro is grade 9 materia of your choice, and Antho cluster is a grade 10 materia of your choice. So this is a good way to do it. Another good way is doing the hunt trains. You also get these with S ranks, I think. And you also get Kupo nuts. Not Kupo nuts, what's the equivalent for Endwalker? I think it's sack of nuts? Sack of nuts. You can trade these to battle materia as well. And there might be other ways like PvP, I'm not sure, I don't PvP, but just find the best way for you to get these materia. And don't sell them yet, we'll wait for 6.2. The patches that we get new battle gear and new Savage is 6.2 and 6.4. So only sell your battle materia in 6.2 and 6.4, don't sell it any other time. Because right now, for example, the price is not good. It might even arguably be better to just buy them at 9k and just sell them then for profit. And same thing for crafter materia. Now, crafter materia, we just got new crafter gear, so they have gone down. Less people need to melt right now. But 8 months from now or so, when we get patch 6.3, we get a new crafter and gatherer set. And everyone will have to melt again. Like, this time it's even new accessories, so materia for crafter and gatherer will go through the roof again. So the same thing here stands. You just hoard them, don't sell them yet. Wait for 6.3 and then you can profit off. Even now they're decent to sell actually. It's still 10k for grade 10. I didn't realize that. I thought they would be lower by now, but yeah, even right now they're good to sell, but I would just wait. The best way to farm materia is just really focus on farming scripts. And you can also spirit bond while quicksynthing. Make sure you're using the old set of gear. Don't use Pact Maker if you're quicksynthing level 88 or 86 materials. Use the alt set. Where is it? I kept my base set just so I can spirit bond. The base level 90 set, because they spirit bond much faster when quicksynthing. Even when crafting the master recipe materials, this is way faster to spirit bond. That's how you do farm crafter materia mainly. Other ways, yeah, just farming scripts. For gatherer is the same thing, just make sure you're using the alt set. Yeah, and don't use Pact Maker. I kept my alt set for gatherer as well, as you can see here. This way I spirit bond faster and hoard materia for those patches, basically. So yeah, there you go. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please like, favorite, subscribe, and share the video. And if you want to support the content, you can do that on Twitch or Patreon. Patreons also get early access to the guides. Thank you all so much for the support. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.